Welcome back to Hobart, where the action continues in the second round. This match from the top half of the draw, Bojana Jovanovski taking on Kirsten Flipkens. Looking forward to seeing who will play the Peng Shui or Monica Niculescu in the quarterfinals. Good day in Hobart. We had just a couple of spots of rain a little bit earlier, but that appears to have cleared and conditions pretty good, although as we've had across this tournament, the wind will be a factor in this match this afternoon. Both players now heading up. Time to introduce them. Kirsten Flipkens won her first WTA title in 2012 at Quebec City, in addition to 2 semi-final appearances. She also won 2 titles on the ITF circuit and is at a career-best ranking of 51 in the world, off the back of a quarter-final appearance at the tournament in Auckland last week. In the opening round, Flipkens scored a tight 3-set win over the 6th seed, Francesca Schiavone. Please welcome to centre court at the Moorilla Hobart International from Belgium, Kirsten Flipkens. Bojana Jovanovski also picked up her first WTA title in 2012 at Baku and made the semi-finals of the event in Dallas. Last week, the Serbian player reached the quarterfinals of the event in China, falling to the eventual champion, Li Na. Ranked 56 in the world, Jovanovski scored a 6-love 7-6 win over lucky loser Maria Teresa Toro-Flor in the opening round. Please welcome to centre court from Serbia, Bojana Jovanovski. So the two players warming up on court. The head-to-head is interesting. It's at 1 apiece. They did meet once in 2012 in the Fed Cup earlier in the year, and it was Jovanovski who got the win 6-2, 6-4, and head-to-head is at 1-1 because back in 2010 in Seoul, also on a hard court, Flipkens scoring a win there in 3 sets. Earlier today, it was Moorilla Hobart through.
It's in the middle.
6-3, 6-1 over Olga Gavotsova. Yep. And so she will play Elena Vesnina in the quarterfinals coming up tomorrow. Good crowd in for the final match of the day, the day session. 2 matches to come tonight, which we'll be bringing you live. Klara Zakopalova and Svetlana Peronkova. And that'll be followed by Peng Shui and Monica Niculescu. 2 very good matches for our program here at the Moorilla Hobart International. We move into the business end of the tournament. Take a look at how the weather is sitting at the moment. Hopefully that rain has cleared. Top of 17, we're almost there. And that wind, which has swung around, it's at 19 k's, coming out of the west now, gusting up to 30 k's, which is right to left on your screen, gusting up to 30 kilometres an hour. So it does make conditions just a little more difficult for the players to adjust to. As I mentioned, it was a magnificent win from Kirsten Flipkens in the opening round from Francesca Schiavone, and Schiavone got up to a good lead, 6-2 the opening set, and was looking dangerous, but Flipkens really hung on and was able to wrestle back the momentum of the match. 6-3 that second set, and then all the way through to the tiebreaker at the end, and had to chase down plenty of tennis balls. So Francesca Schiavone makes you run from side to side, and certainly Flipkens was up to the challenge. Had a great 2012 and looking to continue that good form now into 2013. Receives support and advice from Kim Kleisters. Not travelling with a coach at the moment. Just confirming those matches that are coming up tonight. Klara Zakopalova and Svetlana Peronkova. Peng Shui and Monica Niculescu, the other match which we'll have for you. Really enjoyed having the 2 singles matches on at night. A new innovation here, the Moorilla Hobart International. And Flipkens' opponent will be Bojana Jovanovski fell to Li Na in straight sets in Shenzhen last week, which is a new tournament on the WTA calendar. But it's been steady improvement in the rankings. Reached a career high of 50 in the world back in 2011. Around that 56 mark at the moment.
Kirsten Flipkens won the toss and chose to serve.
We hear that Kirsten Flipkens bucking the trend of their players when they win the toss and actually choosing to serve, which is good to see. So in that 56 range, Bojana Jovanovski has made gradual progression up the rankings since her start back in 2008.
Thank you.
Just slow progression, but that's what you want to see, players making an impact on the tour, but also keeping that consistency across the season. And certainly Bojana has that. Got a big forehand, loves to just wheel around onto that forehand side. And good challenge for both of these players. It's the beauty of this tournament that the matchups in every single round have been quite close in terms of ranking. It really has been good to watch. There have been some intriguing battles.
First set.
A couple of 7-6 third sets as well, which keeps the crowd on edge. So here we go. Second round. Action. Bojana Jovanovski and Kirsten Flipkens. And it'll be Flipkens to serve in the opening set.
Let for serve. Up. 15 love.
I was really impressed with the way that Flipkens was able to keep pace with Francesca Schiavone in the opening round. Just weathered the early storm and then gradually wore down Schiavone in the end.
$30-15. $40-15.
Looking forward to seeing plenty of long rallies in this match.
40-30.
Flipkens had Jovanovski in a good position, stuck in that ad-court corner. And he gets a bit of luck along the way to hold. So Flipkens in this opening game.
First game.
Very experienced player on the WTA. Celebrating her 10th year on the tour. Experience does come in handy, taking on the likes of Bojana Jovanovski, who's 21 years of age. And talking about yesterday, the average age of the two tours, with the athletes that we have now in the game are certainly playing for a lot longer.
Bojana Jovanovski to serve. Love 15. Love 30.
Oh, well, that was fraught with danger as Flipkens was playing that drop shot, which really is a good shot to play with Jovanovski so far behind the baseline. But Flipkens was around that baseline area too, so had to give it a bit of air. Nicely done. Change in direction there on that off forehand. Off to a good start, 2 games to love.
Love.
Nicely done again by Flipkens. The difference there with that drop shot was that she was standing in between the baseline and the service line and then made the move to come forward. So I was going to get right in front of that ball, put the pressure on Jovanovski to come up with the big shot. That was very well executed by Flipkens.
Love.
There's too much latitude on that backhand side for Jovanovski to go up that line, but still like the positive play from Flipkens. Always handy when you got a player of calibre of Kim Clijsters providing advice and support. And there's a good example of that big forehand that Jovanovski has. Nice work. Flipkens off to a great start. 3 games to love in this opening set.
Flipkens leads 3 games to love.
Sure. Ball boy?
The towel, please. Thank you. Thanks. Time. Ball white. $15 left.
Ball just drifting in the breeze, and Flipkens was moving away from it.
$30 left. $30-15. Let for serve. $40-15.
Did well. Good chase from Jovanovski, but Flipkens was right there, just in control of this match. Another drop shot thrown in there and just forcing Jovanovski to come forward. It wasn't going to be anything tricky for Flipkens to handle, and got there in plenty of time. Nicely done. Just getting the better of the conditions at the moment. It's taking Jovanovski just a little while to get settled and get used to it. Played her first match on the court Events Tasmania, which is to the right of your screen.
Advantage Flipkens.
You can see Jovanovski, the work that she's having to do from the back of the court. She just stranded behind the baseline, as well as Pretty powerful ground strokes from Flipkens. Also moves the ball pretty well from side to side. Earning herself another break point.
Game.
And
Flipkens.
gets it. So there's the pressure just starting to build up on Jovanovski. There's the double
Flipkens
fault.
leads 4 games to love.
And it's 4 games to love now in this opening set.
$15 left. $30 left.
Just tried to flatten it out just to get it over the high part of the net. Flipkens there.
30-15.
And just again using that breeze and a little bit of luck as well.
40-50.
Certainly picking up where she left off on match against Schiavone.
Game.
There it is,
Flipkens.
Flipkens 5-love. Flown out of the blocks in this opening set.
Flipkens leads 5 games to love. Time.
Kirsten Flipkens flying along. 5-love in this opening set.
15 left. $15 all.
Well done. Jovanovski with the opportunity to go on the attack that time.
30-15.
As Flipkens forced to scramble, and what we see, a little slice used by the Belgian. At the moment, Jovanovski just struggling for answers. It's all the momentum of Flipkens. It's being played on her racket.
$40-30. Deuce.
For Jovanovski, it's almost a matter of time just before that first set gets written off to maybe rule the line, but first steps to make Flipkens serve it out.
Advantage Jovanovski. Jovanovski.
Jovanovski already started moving forward there for that drop shot, starting to get a read on it, but he's having to work super hard for every single point. Doing the right thing, holding serve, getting on the board in the first set, and then making Flipkens serve it out. The problem with Flipkens dropping that ball in short is that Jovanovski's starting to get a good read on it now. Oh, well done, both players. Great scrambling work from Jovanovski. Again, it was Flipkens coming up with that high lob. So that a couple of times in the match with Schiavone, covering all corners of the courts, coming up with the reward, but just worn down already in this opening set. We've only played 6 games.
Love 40.
So a bit of a shift here. Jovanovski just grinding away from the back of the court and just really hanging in. Getting a break point opportunity. 3 of them, in fact. And a bit of luck as well. So Jovanovski gets a break back. Still Flipkens, though, 5-2 in this opening set.
Flipkens leads 5 games to 2.
Time. New balls. Nada. $15 live.
Now this game's starting to get going. Jovanovski has found her range and is just starting to put a bit of pressure on Flipkens' game. Very slow out of the blocks, but there's definite momentum shift in this opening set. And certainly Flipkens was playing at such a high level to start off with. And sort of dropped ever so slightly.
$40-50.
Well, if there's ever a good time to do that, then that would be the time. 40-15, 40 love up, throwing a double fault. Not too many times, though. Yeah, game's starting to open up now. Jovanovski holds. Flipkens again with an opportunity to serve out this opening set. Just proving to be a little more difficult than what she envisaged about 5 minutes ago.
$15 left.
Important for Flipkens here to just regroup. Only a couple of unforced errors creeping into her game. There's more that Jovanovski has lifted her level. Flipkens still playing at quite a high level at the moment.
Thank you.
30 love. Forty love.
And gets there. So the first set going to Kirsten Flipkens. She's been the dominant player so far. But this match by no means over. Bojana Jovanovski lifted her level late in the set. Flipkens 6-3 though.
More tape? Like a sticky spray? Okay. Yep.
This is center court. I need some sticky spray for Flipkens taping on her arm. Please. First set Flipkens 6-3.
Training room, does that make sense to you girls? Copy that, we're on our way. Thanks.
I've just called the physio for her. She just needs some spray. So she's not going to be in a minute.
It's all right. I can do that next year.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. She's here now, though.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Just need the...
Yeah. Next changeover.
Second set. Jovanovski to serve. Fifteen love. Fifteen all.
Up!
15-30.
Oh, how long can Jovanovski keep up this pace? Flipkens has the ball on a string.
15-40.
And while her game has lifted, Jovanovski, Flipkens a very good way of approaching this match. Got someone who's very strong from baseline, likes the ball up around
Thank you.
the area from her shoulder to her hip to be able to get in that hitting zone. Taking that away by putting in the slice.
Game, Flipkens.
And he's running to all ends of the court.
Foul, please.
First game, second set.
And got the break in the first game of the second set. Really looking great out there at the moment, Kirsten Flipkens. And Belgian tennis just looking for their next star. They had such a good run with Justine Enna and Kim Kleisters. Dominique van Rust was player inside the top 20 for many years throughout the 90s. And Ina Wickmeyer. And now Kirsten Flipkens is making that rise as well.
15 left.
Certainly on the men's side too. The Rockus brothers and David Goffin at the moment, who's doing some great things. Had a really good year in 2012.
$30 left.
That's one of the things about you've got such dominance
40 left.
in the game as what they do, the Belgians, to making sure that that momentum continues when the players have had all that success retire. And just struggling with the
40-50.
breeze there. And given the opportunity, I think she'd love to have that serve back.
Game, Flipkens.
So Flipkens just keeps rolling along now.
Flipkens leads, 2 games to love.
One more behind you.
Just too good, just too solid, too consistent, Kirsten Flipkens at the
15.
moment. That's just drifted wide. I'd be happy with the call, but it was the right one. Just got to try and find some ways to unsettle Flipkens here if you're Bojana Jovanovski. Try and throw something in. It's a little bit different. Making me hard when you're so far down. The breakdown, 15:30 now. Hard to try and find a way out because constantly being rushed, able to play your natural rhythm, natural style. Just so consistent. Getting a different look here too.
15-40.
Look at the different types of spin. Ball just digging in, staying low, forcing Jovanovski just to dig it out. Another couple of break points here for Flipkens. Just missing. Not happy with herself, but again, the setup was brilliant.
Yes. Let for serve.
And that one would have felt good. Jovanovski, this time we're seeing Flipkens on the run.
Advantage, Jovanovski.
Good setup off the serve and then just kept it rolling from there. Has done well to save the break points. Faced a couple in this game. Wants a big serve right here. Again, just deadly at that service line, Flipkens.
Yes.
I want you to see the ball, taking the ball out in front, but keeping that momentum going to get into the net and already in position before Jovanovski's had a chance to get to the ball.
Advantage, Jovanovski.
So good hold for Jovanovski under all sorts of pressure. Just holding her own. Flipkens though with the break, 2 games to 1. As the coach will come out and have a chat to Bojana Jovanovski. There's people running everywhere. Physios, supervisors, everyone is out there.
Time.
So the trainer leaves the court. I don't think there was anything that happened there, certainly treatment-wise, but in discussion with Kirsten Flipkens and Bojana Jovanovski's dad, who's her coach, was out there on court just giving her some advice. Still Flipkens with the break, 2 games to 1 in this second set. Coming up tonight, Klara Zakopalova, Svetlana Peronkova. Also, Peng Shuai and Monica Niculescu.
15 all.
Moment for Jovanovski. It's finding a way through. For Flipkens, it's about maintaining this level. Control of this match.
$30-15. $40-15. $40-30.
Oh, nicely done again. Take all the pace off the ball. Just great with that drop shot as she's moving forward.
3 games to 1.
We are at 3 games to 1 in this second set.
Love 15.
Interesting stat on the serve for Kirsten Flipkens. 68%, winning 70% of those points. 64% off the second serve. Just 30% second serve for Jovanovski.
$15 all.
Well, she's winning more points now, Jovanovski, which she did in the first couple of games, but wow, she's had to work hard for them today.
$40-15.
Working hard just to keep pace, not so much getting in front. Gets there. Jovanovski working overtime, getting the reward there. 3 games to 2 though. Flipkens still with a break in this second set.
Time. for serve. Out. 15 love.
Tricky situation for Jovanovski now, being that breakdown. Certainly the wind has picked up the last 5 minutes or so. And you've got to try and come up with big shots like that. It is very difficult.
30 love.
And the opponent serving the way that she is, it's very hard to make any sort of inroads. High percentage of first serves into play. That's long. So Flipkens holds to love 4-2. Commanding position in this match.
Flipkens leads 4 games to 2.
Just being that dominant performance, and one of those performances where Bojana Jovanovski, you just had no chance to get settled in the match at all.
Love 15.
Depth of shot, had it all. Too good. Too good. Takes all the pace off the ball. Not too much height over the net. Rolling towards victory now. Almost the last chance here for Jovanovski. Does not want to go on the breakdown. 5-2 and really just Flipkens, who's serving so well, to serve it out. That's a terrific pickup. Kirsten Flipkens on fire.
15.
Great use of the slice again too. So you can hear the wind has picked up significantly now. So just getting that slice to just bite into the court, not overplaying it, forcing Jovanovski to come up with the big shot. 2 more break points. That's well done. Had to go for it. Flipkens was in a good position and really said to Jovanovski, come up with a big shot, and she did. It's quite a low percentage shot, and Bojana will Quite often miss those. A low percentage shot, but came off this time. Great winner. Still one more break point, though. Beautifully done. In control. 5-2 now in the second set. Will come out and serve for the match.
Flipkens leads 5-2.
Coming up tonight, plenty of great action still at the Moorilla Hobart Internationals. We finish the second round matches. The number 3 seed Klara Zakopalova take on Svetlana Pironkova. And that'll be followed by Peng Shuai, who had a good win in the opening round over the top seed Xie Suwei. Will take on Monica Nicolescu of Romania.
Yep.
Great action. Make sure you join us tonight. 7 o'clock at Hobart time was when the action will get underway in our evening session.
Time.
So Kirsten Flipkens serving for the match. Been a great performance, and the player from Belgium.
Fifteen left.
Oh, beaten all ends up. The breeze playing a part there, but also the spin on the ball from Flipkens, making that one almost impossible to play. Flipkens was looking for a call. Just giving a little reminder to the umpire. I suppose you can do that at 6-3, 5-2, 30, 15. Still wanting to go make sure of every single point. Don't want to be out a point longer than what you have to. And now has 2 match points. Jovanovski puts the hand up. That's the etiquette, but I don't think she'll be terribly sorry about getting a point, because that's pretty much the only way she's been able to in this match. Still one more match point for Flipkens.
Deuce.
Time is forced to generate her own pace. Flipkens just dumping it into the net. What's a little change up from Jovanovski? Couple of match points saved. And Flipkens says, I'll return the favour.
Advantage Flipkens.
So they're 1-1 in this game, and it means another match point. And that'll do it. Kirsten Flipkens sends a warning to the rest of the field in the 2013 Moorilla Hobart International. A dominant performance, 6-3, 6-2 over Bojana Jovanovski in just under 1 hour. That was an impressive display. And Kirsten Flipkens is having a great tournament, a great start to 2013, and setting up a meeting with either Peng Shuai or Monica Niculescu in the quarterfinals. Safely through, 6-3, 6-2. Bojana Jovanovski didn't really play a bad match, but just her opponent down the other end of the net was just too good, too strong, wasn't allowed to play her own game, and she'll be very disappointed, but just wasn't allowed to get into the match at any stage. And Kirsten Flipkens, what a great performance that was. One of the more impressive performances we've seen at this tournament so far. 6-3, 6-2, led the stat counts as well, and really was impressive. 69% first serve in, winning 70% of those, 67% on the second serve, and you will win matches more often than not in a dominant display. Kirsten Flipkens. A smile on her face, she's pretty happy. And she's through to the quarterfinals. Coming up tonight from 7 o'clock Hobart time, we have Klara Zakopalova taking on Svetlana Boronkova, the number 3 seed Zakopalova in action. That'll be a great match. Also Peng Shuai and Monica Niculescu to follow there. 7 o'clock Hobart time, and we look forward to your company then.